Welcome on another hyperspace holiday. Today I'm gonna show you what I saw in the DMT realm during my latest trip. I'll show the drawing process and explain to you exactly what I saw. So grab a chair and let's dive deeper into the world of DMT.
3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
This is my first trip since 2 months ago when I had a really rough trip. So I decided to take a small break. For anyone listening, it's pretty important to take breaks in between sessions. Don't go back to back and don't push it because sometimes it bites back. But back to the story, I just got super comfortable. I was meditating for a few hours the whole day. I probably meditated for 3 hours in total that day. I want to take any chances. I wanted to be in perfect mental state to go back into DMT. Obviously, nothing is guaranteed once you take the hit, but if you put some effort into being in a really nice environment, into a really nice state of mind, the payoff is pretty big. As opposed to being in a negative mood, have something going on in the background that you're thinking about, being in a less than ideal environment, this can all backfire, and it has already happened to me in the past. So as I said, I didn't want to take any chances this time. I decided to take a lower dose of 35 milligrams, which for some people that's a breakthrough dose. For me personally, this is just enough to give you an experience without overwhelming you. Basically, when I take the hit, I still see the imagery. Usually the colors are a little bit less pronounced. It's a little bit less colorful in general. The colors are pretty muted, but it's still a whole experience, a whole story you're getting told without it overpowering you. I still know that I'm in my body. I still know that I exist on Earth, which is a pretty comforting idea. Because usually when you take a bigger hit, you're completely gone. Your consciousness, everything, you're somewhere else. You don't feel your body, nothing. So I wanted to avoid this particular time, as I was just slowly getting back into the DMT experience. I really didn't want to have anything too disturbing happening to me. So I got absolutely everything ready, and all I needed to do was just light up the torch, heat up the dab rig, and go for it. But I took another safety measure. I just took a few minutes, I sat relaxed, and I meditated for another couple of minutes just to be sure what my state of mind is. I just closed my eyes and I was seeing what kind of thoughts come to my mind. Something negative if there is something bothering me, but everything seemed okay. Although my heart was pounding like a lot, way more than it usually does during those experiences. I guess my last bad trip just left me a little bit wary of the whole thing, that it can explode in your face, literally. I finally decided to go for it. I hit the banger, wait for a few seconds, put the DMT in, vaporize it instantly. I inhale it, no problems there, and it came on pretty smoothly. It was not like a freight train hitting you in the face. It all started with the back of my closed eyes, basically. The darkness just disappeared, and it became lighter, and I could see something that would look like clouds in the darkness. So it was a very, very gentle come up, and I slowly started to see this checkered pattern of this blue, purple, dark green kind of colors slowly morphing in my visual field. It was very, very interesting. As it was slowly moving, I started to see the silhouette of a man with a hat appearing out of the geometry, and everything seemed to be happening on a checkered board. But the silhouette of the man with the hat was kind of fluid. It was flying off the board in a sense. And then there was this other geometry on the board, which was kind of like a cube, and out of it, in a three-dimensional shape, there was another silhouette of a female coming out of it, and they were morphing into each other. The colors were flowing from one figure to the other figure, but overall they remained darker than the silhouettes remained darker than the rest of the checkered pattern on this board, this hyperdimensional board or whatever it is. And they were slowly like dancing, twisting around each other, and my point of view was going all around these shapes, and I could see it in a pretty good details. And then as they were morphing, my whole field of view again changed to another scene. This scene was a little bit dull color wise. I guess the low 35 milligrams was already starting to wear out. And the next scene that I transitioned to was in a normal house, and I was going up the stairs, and up the stairs there was this opening on the wall, out of which some kind of an animated duck came out, and it looked like an animated duck, but the beak was absolutely geometric, like a trapezoid. And what it came out of the wall, it went to another wall, and then it was pulling out a mushroom, some kind of a mushroom entity out of that wall, which is so typical to DMT. Absolutely no explanation, absolutely no relationship to anything. Then the experience just slowly faded away, and I could see on the black background with just some very dim shapes. Thank you very much. If you liked it, comment on your experiences. Let me know if you've seen anything similar. Let me know what experiences you've had DMT, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.